I have $13 and a Casio.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
High above the city, they shine in my spotlight. Commissioner on the rooftop, Double H in the night sky. For the sidekicks we fight, for the right crosses we throw. For the ninjas we injure, revenge on our foes. From crime alleys to radioactive insects, genetic mutations. Weapon X rejects our infinite Earths are in crisis. Our wars are civil but secret. Here come
The Mad King.
Dillard Skillard.
Cheese whiz.
blaring through your speakers. Yeah, it's Hardly Heroes. It's clobbering time.
Welcome to Hardly Heroes, a podcast dedicated to movies, TV, and everything geek-related. I'm your host, Buddy.
What's up, you guys? I'm Dillard Skillard.
And I'm Tater Tot.
Well. We are on episode 176. To all you new listeners, if you're new to Hardly Heroes, go to hardlyheroes.com, go to the About page, and you can find out all the, people we talk about, all the sayings we might
There's
say.
a
All
dictionary.
the funny stuff.
There's a bio if you want to know anything about your hosts of the show.
Yeah, the Mad King, the best host on the show.
No.
Yes. Last week, we got pumped up for California Republic Comic-Con.
Yes, we did.
We had some news. We also had Wizard World Con coming up. And then the Superfan Run, which I saw one other person joined you, Shmee.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see that.
I
get
just
on
want
that.
to... Can I just, real quick, to my two other hosts here who have not joined me, so it's me and Philippe. You guys haven't even gone...
Our correspondent?
you guys haven't even...
Official. Correspondent.
Why in the world, why in the sang hell have you not gone on there and signed up?
I thought if I would have closed my eyes, I would have thought I heard Mammy for a second.
She wouldn't have said hell.
No, she would have said, gosh darn.
Why can you guys
I
answer
got to
me?
do it. I got to do
Can
it.
someone answer me? Dilly?
I got a bum knee a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
No.
You can virtually...
Sometimes it locks up.
Can you virtually run with us?
I could virtually do it.
Just sign up.
What about
and then
like
just
a
not
jump
show
bike?
up?
Yeah.
I feel like I
That's
don't
a
want to sign
disservice.
up and then not show up.
Well, you know what? Can I tell you something, Dill?
What's up?
I don't
Can I
run.
tell you something, dude?
Can you walk?
Tell Dill something.
Can you walk 3.1 miles?
No.
You shan't lie to us. You shan't.
I could definitely not walk that far.
You really don't think you can?
No, I could probably do it.
You're a fit, young, strapping
Can you
young
skate?
man.
Can you ride a bike or anything?
No.
What about
Nah.
rollerblades?
Maybe.
Roller skates?
Yeah.
Dude, don't
How about
tell
this?
that. Dad will be rollerblading.
How about you guys pull me
Blading.
in a little wagon
Okay.
behind you?
We could do that.
Take
You know,
And
turns.
I'll
honest-
wear some sort of outfit.
Honestly, if you maybe put a boot on or something, some kind of
Hey,
you hurt yourself.
Can somebody baby Bjorn me?
Maybe Dad can.
I would love to be baby Bjorn.
So this is some other episode recaps from last week.
Okay.
So last week I wanted the girl version of Sheboygan.
And
So we
So
got
what did we get?
Shagurgan.
Sheboygan.
Shagurgan.
I like Sheboygan.
So your Shagurgan channeled her inner HTC and brought gifts. Did you guys hang your gifts up that I gave you last week
Yeah, mine's on my fridge.
on your refrigerator?
Same.
Bone
So
tried to steal it.
these are all updates about me too. We also learned that I hate the Twilight Saga. So Philippe and I, the correspondent, we got in a big old Facebook arguments on the Sanctorum back and forth.
Yeah.
He's quoting things, sending me articles. I'm like, Philippe, this is classic internet argument. Neither one of us are going to change. No matter what we say to each other, no matter how many articles we send each other, we're never changing our mind. You're not going to change my mind. It's not going to be oh yeah, I never thought about that before. That's not how the
Because
internet.
you're not open-minded.
No, that's not how the internet works.
Add this to your list of shaming things.
You go to www.imright.com.
www.zipit.com. Yeah.
So that was last week.
That was last week. This week, we had a big guest.
Really big
We did,
guest.
yeah. Super
Jerry from Wizard World
The
Con. PR.
the PR director of Wizard World Con, which is a huge con. I mean, thousands.
Oh, they go.
He
20.
said, yeah, something like they have like 16 cities this year, maybe 18 next year. They've been going for.
I think you said it started with 4, right? And it's
Yep.
Yeah.
grown into what it is now.
Right.
But it's from the Wizard magazine, and so they've kept it going. Now they don't do the magazine anymore, but they do the cons. So Jerry was actually
in studio.
Yeah, he was going to come in studio. He showed up, and we had computer difficulties, and we lost his interview.
Yeah, so Jerry, if you're listening, we just want to let you know, remember when that little thing popped up
Yeah, the pop-up.
that said,
good.
do you want to update now? And we were like, oh, it's fine. It
Like,
was
yeah,
not
it's like-
fine, Jerry. It was
No,
not
Did
fine.
not.
So
yeah.
Jerry came over out of his really, really busy schedule and did this interview. So, and we had, technical difficulties. We did unfortunately lose the interview, but we are going to try to recap, some pointers about the Wizard World Con.
So what is nice about Wizard World Con moving to Cal Expo that he let us know was that it's going to be a lot more open now. It's going to be in the pavilion. Then afterwards, they are going to have live music, local bands
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
They're also going to have karaoke going on.
Yeah, so kind of like an after party, which is so cool. It's kind of surprising that more cons don't do the after party.
And this is their first time trying it. So it's cool they're
Right.
trying it in Sacramento for the first time. So I'm super excited about that. And, any kids under,
Any
10,
kid-
I believe,
yeah,
right?
any kids under 10 are getting free.
which is
which is
awesome.
Right.
so
That is
cool.
fantastic.
And
Like,
they-
take the whole family out.
Right. And he was saying that they've done that from the get. They've
Yep.
always done it that way because they've always wanted to. He said it so good. Like he wanted to get the next generation pumped about cons. So it's really like nice when you can go to a con like this and you don't have to pay, a bunch to get the whole family in.
Definitely. And, he was talking about how much fun it is for these big stars. And, anybody that they have come out, they say what's nice for them is, like Jason Momoa working on Aquaman. When he's sitting there doing his scenes and stuff like that, you don't have, people just being, you have people being like, yeah, good job, on that scene. But when he gets to come out to these cons and see people dress as him, and see artist renditions of, of him as Aquaman or his other roles, like that's what gets them pumped up about doing these roles is their fan interaction with us.
Right.
So it makes it a lot of fun
yeah, Jerry
for
was
them
saying,
and us.
Yeah, he was saying that a lot of the people that they continually have back out are celebrities that
Love the fan interaction.
right, that they
Right.
like the fan interaction. The people that aren't really into the fan interaction really aren't for Wizard World.
Yeah, they're usually one and dones.
Sure.
Right, because they really like to make it more of a, a really friendly atmosphere and where everybody is super pumped up and everybody's getting something out of it.
Yeah, so sorry again. But yeah, we're really happy to have him on. We can't wait. We're going to see him tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, it's going all weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's
all
awesome.
weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at Cal Expo here in Sacramento, we're going to be out there, some form of us every day, I think.
Yeah, and we have a huge announcement. We're doing a live show on Saturday from 2:15.
Yeah, to 3:00.
Yeah. So we got a nice
in one
little
of the panel
45
rooms.
minutes.
So we'll be posting that on our social media. But if you do go on the website, I believe that you can find our panel.
Yeah, it does say we are steamed up.
And does it say that?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be out there. Even besides our panel, we'll be out there just, hanging out, pumping it up, checking out the cosplay, checking out the artists. Buddy's going to try to get, a picture with, he's going to try to see if Mimosa.
Mimosas?
Jason Momoa, friend
I'm
of
like,
the show.
Mimosa on the brain. He's going to see if Momoa remembers him. You know what? It's actually hard for me to say his last name without his first name first.
Momoa?
Like, I have to say Jason
Can you say
Momoa.
it 3 times fast?
But if I'm like, I want to say Mimosa for some reason.
Say his name 3 times fast.
Jason, the whole.
No,
No,
the
just
last
the
name.
last name.
Momoa. I did it.
job.
Mama.
I don't know.
What song is it?
My Sharona. Sorry,
As long as you don't break into mbop, it's all good.
Mm, Bop.
Bop.
You know what? Logan and I were actually in Tahoe over the weekend, and Hanson. They're playing like old. They're like gentlemen. They're not young people anymore, and they're still playing.
Oh,
Hanson.
did you see who's in Sacramento today?
Posty.
Post Malone was
Yep.
over at Get a Clue.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, downtown.
Nice.
I don't.
He's out
You
there.
don't know who Post Malone is?
I mean, I've heard of him. But I don't. I
Oh,
could.
dude, have you watched Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, is that him?
That's a song, the main song, Sunflower.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
That's
You
Post
don't-
Malone.
Post-
You're not
Posty?
knowing about the posties?
I don't really know. That's not my. I'm like a country gal.
Okay.
What are you, Garth Brooks?
George Strait, son. You better back it up.
With that corduroy hat.
Okay, so anyway, again, just come check us out. Come out to Wizard World. It's
Have fun, dude. They got karaoke, got live
Yeah,
music,
it's gonna be
got
awesome.
They
all
have
the
so much
celeb,
and
the
really-
celeb panels.
yeah,
like
it's honestly it's a huge amazing con, and it's so awesome for Sacramento to get
oh yeah,
this con, and we really want them to come back every year.
Sakura tomatoes.
Oh, and that's a shout out to Jerry, because Jerry said he actually told this funny story to us after the interview, but he lives on the East Coast.
He's from
And
Jersey.
He's from Jersey, and they have this tomato paste brand called Sacramento Tomatoes.
I don't know if it was a paste. I think it's like an actual juice.
Oh,
Juice. It was
oh,
juice.
It's a juice.
Okay, I'm sorry, tomato juice.
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 And it was called like Sacramento Tomatoes or something. So he always called Sacramento Sacro Tomato, which is really funny. So shout out to Jerry. Thanks for coming in, man.
Really
And
appreciate it.
please come see us this weekend.
Yeah.
Cal Expo. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Hardly Heroes fan experience.
Make sure you guys
Let's
stick
get
around
it.
for the music and all the fun stuff afterwards.
I think we're gonna
Come say hi to Sheboygan.
You know what? No, Sheboygan. You know what we're gonna do, you guys? I just got it. We're gonna do a Hardly Heroes karaoke song, the three of us.
What would it be?
Eye of the Tiger.
That one doesn't have enough words. There's too much of that. What do we do with that whole music bit in the front?
You just jam out.
I say we'll think about it, but I think we should
What
definitely.
about We Will Rock You by Queen?
Oh, that's a good one.
Get the crowd.
Yeah.
Get everybody fired up.
Yeah,
dum.
that's actually a good one.
And then we'll bring we'll all we can be in front of Sterling, then we can separate
yeah,
to expose the pop culture radio sensation
That is true.
that he is.
I'm a radio sensation. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but Jerry said it too. He's like, "You are a radio
No,
sensation."
Jerry didn't say
I
that.
think he made that. He made that up.
Would you guys know? Because go check the tape. So it happened.
Go check the
Suck
tape.
it. All right. So, how was everybody's weekend?
Well, I know that you guys, Dilly, Steraldino, were out at California Republic Comic Con in Merced, California.
We were.
We're
we
conned
had a
up.
lot of fun out there in Merced.
So I want to hear all about this con. I wasn't able to make it.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
You weren't in you didn't have you were in Texas or something like me.
well,
Yeah, we're-
I was working, and then I went to Tahoe.
Oh.
That sounds like fun.
That was fun, but that was just one night.
Yeah. Well, no, so it was fun. We really did miss you. We missed your
My
your
smile
pizzazz.
your pizzazz.
and my just smile
Your
and
push and mush.
my
Just
Just
shine.
your overall cheesiness.
Yeah.
Your
Just the
smelly
the
cheeseness.
stench of cheese.
Yeah, like blue cheese.
And normally, honestly, when I go to those cons, I always bring a
An
cooler,
apple.
a cooler full of just snacks. Did you guys have a cooler?
What apple?
I had like 6 Red Bulls last time out of that cooler.
Did you have any of the food?
No.
The peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I might have had maybe some PB&J.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound for Mills.
I did have a delicious hot dog from our friends over at Project
Project
Wish.
upon a star.
Yeah, that was super cool getting to meet Darren. That was cool.
Dude,
Okay,
Dylan
so tell
did
her-
not know what he was going into.
Oh, you have
'Cause-
never met Darren.
No,
me-
that was the first time.
Oh, cool.
For you people that don't know Darren at Project Wish Upon a Star, he is our like number one fan. Like, just super loves like
Yeah.
the show and being a part of everything.
Yeah,
so
he
like,
always pumps us up. He's always so like sweet and thoughtful, and we love working with them.
so if
Right.
you know Dilly's like at first, he's kind of quiet, and you got to warm up to him, and he's just like, Dilly, oh my gosh, it's so excited to like meet you. Brings him in for a hug, and
Bring
Dilly
it
was
in.
like very caught off guard by it, but I really liked it.
No, I was down with it. Yeah, I like Darren. He's cool.
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny because Dilly was just like, oh man, this is like the awesome warm welcome,
Right.
that he usually doesn't.
It was
get
like the
from
one
Cheese.
person that was like, "Hey, Dilly." I was
Yeah.
like, I've never heard that before.
Oh, right,
It's
like
always about the pop sensation icon or
yeah,
cheese,
or
you know?
cheese.
I was like, oh, me? Like, looking around, like, is there another Dilly behind me somewhere?
So it was
That was
super
really cool.
fun. Shout out to Veronica and Darren. They made us some cool
Yeah, the
wristbands.
wristbands.
Yeah,
that have our
Darren-
name
Logo on
them.
there.
Darren, if you're listening,
And Veronica.
and Veronica, if you're listening, V, I like to call her.
Oh, didn't know.
I need a bracelet. So
Because they all got.
I have a black bracelet that's a Project Wish Upon a Star that I'm wearing right now, but I want one of these light blue new ones that have the Hardly
the
Heroes
noobs.
stamp on it.
Yeah.
See, those are for the people that actually went.
I see.
Attended
To
said
the-
I
event.
see.
So,
So just a shout out also to Dave and Marina who run California Republic Comic Con, Colossus Girl Entertainment.
yes.
We work with them work with them a lot, and they're super great to work with.
Oh,
they
awesome.
always hook us up with just so much. They give us the opportunity to do all of this. So you guys had some great panels. Let's hear about these panels. So what I really want to hear about are the Glow Girls, Patricia Summerlin,
Summerlin.
and Kira Buckland. So
Wait. Kira Buckland was,
she's not.
she's a voice
Yeah.
actor.
She wasn't.
So
the Glow?
there was two Glow girls. I think we were only expecting one.
Yeah,
maybe.
Patricia
Oh.
Summerlin.
So the other
But
Glow
we were
Girls,
lucky enough to have another.
Oh, do you guys remember?
So they actually showed up late. We only got about 15 minutes with them
But-
in the panel.
Yeah,
But
but,
those
what
were
a 15 minutes! Like they made up for it.
They came in like a hurricane.
Right? Yeah,
Just like caught off guard and just like
Ready to
we're
rock,
here
yeah.
and just kind of like all in your face. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much told us, about like they didn't even get invited to the new Glow show on Netflix, nothing. But they do this cool thing that I'm really excited about. They've been doing it for 3 years. They have a cruise that they invite all their fans to go on, and all the original Glow Girls go on there. And you party, drink, hang out with them, and they have all these events. Well, I told them how excited I am and how I want to go. They asked me if I would host the event.
What?
And me and Dilly would be Glow Boys.
Wait, why does Dilly get to go?
was it me? I think it was James.
Well,
But
Wait,
you
can
know,
I be a Glow Boy?
you're a girl.
Yeah, so
Can I be a Glow
probably
Girl?
not.
Well, I was thinking I need your help because I'm going to do like makeup.
You can
I'm
do
gonna
our
wear
hair.
like a leotard. Yeah, and we want to have like our hair frizz.
Yeah, do our hair.
Okay. Well, Dilly,
What?
He has
hate to
hair.
Do my
I hate to break this
how?
to you.
Okay, wait, hold up.
You don't have any
How
hair.
about bedazzle my hat?
Okay.
I was like, are you hair shaming him? Because I feel like
Hey,
you are.
this isn't a hair shame. It's just the truth. He doesn't have any hair.
Nope,
It's not that he doesn't have it. He removes
I
it
shave it.
with a
Not
razor.
nice.
Wait, but can I ask you guys a real quick question about Glow?
Huh.
So the show that's on Netflix, that's a remake of a show or a show about
It's
real.
based
Yeah.
So the
off
Glow
of the
Girl-
rule. That's real.
Okay, so there was really these girls of wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this TV show is about them.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy that they none of the original Glow Girls were involved in this project.
No, not at all.
That's crazy.
It's really sad because when you hear about how much training they went through and how hard it was back then for them to break through and to even get where they were and to be recognized at all for all the stuff they did, it took a lot. And both of them telling us their story of how hard it was to even be recognized, to get a belt, like she had a belt made,
Right,
and
she
getting
brought the
all
belt.
these individual wrestlers recognized and stuff like that. It was really crazy. I had no idea.
Right. That's super
I
cool.
remember the show being little. I remember watching the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Oh, really? Like watching them on TV?
Yeah, I remember the
cool.
show. It was
So
cool.
it's kind of a pristine award that they would ask me to be a glow boy.
That
But
is
it-
actually cool.
I'm
The
getting spandex for show.
Yeah, it's really cool what they do for their fans. They have that cruise. You know, the fans can come on there, hang out with them, and what happens is they end up becoming friends. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
and you don't really see that folks doing that too much.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I want to reach back out to them and talk to them about
Okay,
it.
you need to 100% start that relationship right now.
Would you go on the cruise with me?
Well, yeah, I would definitely. Well, I don't know. It depends where it goes, but I don't like being off land. But the thing is,
But you would see me in spandex.
Well, I don't know if I need to see my brother in Spain. Is that something I need, Dilly? Anybody? Does that really?
I know it sounds kind of weird, but yeah, probably not.
I'm getting
take
some
your-
Hardly
Maybe like-
Heroes spandex
I'll
made.
take your word for it.
Sheboygan's gonna do it.
Wait, but real quick, I just want to say it's like you need to, while you're fresh in their mind, you need to start emailing them.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because I want to make this happen more than anything.
Did you see the pictures where they
Yeah,
like
they're
stomped
headlocked.
on him? And
Dude,
like,
they told me I did really
they kicked
good.
his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. We'll post those. They are on our website right now, but we'll post them on social media as the week goes on.
Trickle.
We have tons of
Cold trickle.
yeah, we have tons of pictures from the con, so we'll be trickling those out.
Get your own car. And then we'll see.
Okay,
Rubbin's
so
racing.
so I messed that up, but
Dropping the hammer.
so since I
No,
messed
you
that
are
up,
not.
you guys,
I'm doing it.
Sorry.
Kira Buckland.
She's
Yes.
a voice actor. She's done a lot of games. A lot
Right.
of like
She was
anime.
in. I want to say she's Talim in Soul Calibur 6.
Okay.
She's done a whole bunch of stuff. That was really cool hearing her talk about just the whole industry. I had no idea like what it's like being a voice actress.
She's from Alaska.
Ooh,
Right.
that's cool.
She lives in LA.
Yeah, she just moved, wanted to pursue her dream.
I feel like if I were to ever, because sometimes I wonder like why do people get into that industry, because it seems like really cutthroat and really hard, and then if you do make it, then you're famous, and it's like your private life is all on blast and everything. But a voice acting kind of seems, even though some voice actors are probably like really recognizable, but you don't know their face, so you can get a lot of work, do a lot of fun
Yeah,
stuff,
you don't have to
work
have
with a lot of cool people, but not have that like
The-
your
the
personal
bad
life.
the so-called bad part where you can't go out in public.
Yeah, like
like
where
you
you-
don't get any of that.
No, you just get to do like kind of the fun stuff.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, kind of tie into that, Eddie Deason from Grease.
Uh-huh.
He was in Polar Express. He worked with Tom Hanks, and he did a voice acting
Oh,
in
okay.
that.
Tom Hanks,
Yeah,
Sacramento alumni.
Yeah, and your
My-
best friend.
Yeah, my guy.
your best
I'm
bud.
the number one
So
fan.
Eddie Deason is another panel you guys did.
And what was super funny about him is, so he worked on Polar Express, and he's like, Tom Hanks comes in, and he's like, hey, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. And Eddie's like, yeah, no,
I know who you
no
are.
bull. Like, yeah, you're Tom Hanks. Like, everybody knows you. Like, the most recognizable, actor
I
on the
know.
planet. But he said he was just the nicest guy and, like, super fun to work with and just really, like, just very genuine.
Right.
He did say that he was actually serenaded
Oh, yeah, that's true.
by the Hanks.
By the
Really?
Hanks.
The Hank serenade.
Serenaded him. I told him, I was like, I would have died right there. I mean, probably not as much as Dilly, because Dilly's number one.
Number
un fan.
I probably
I-
would have fainted.
I told him how I wanted to do a Tom Hanks thing, and he laughed at Bosom Buddies. I was like, we were thinking about doing one of them as Bosom Buddies. He's like, actually, that'd be really funny. So,
I actually still wouldn't mind doing that Halloween costume, the Tom Hanks.
yeah. But
Would
Eddie Deason got to work with, like, Weird Al. He got to work with John Travolta. Like, he had a lot of cool stories. He had a really funny story about, like, just people he's met, because he's been in Hollywood since the 70s. Started in the Comedy Store as
Oh, okay.
stand-up.
Right. He was also on the Gong Show.
Oh,
and
really?
he got
yeah.
gonged.
Oh,
He was
no
doing
way.
like a stand-up bit, and they gonged him.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But he said he couldn't remember his lines, so he would read
Right.
his jokes with cue cards. Which is
But he
funny.
can rattle out. I mean, he said he's really into like baseball stats and things like that. So he could rattle off, and he did for us, just tons of like Babe Ruth stats, just like everything. But
But he
you
couldn't
know, but he
remember his
could,
lines?
he couldn't really remember the lines.
So
That's
that was
funny.
really cool. And then
Then you guys had Christopher Darga, who is a very very
All right.
recognizable face in Hollywood from just in a lot of different
he
things.
said it perfectly, and I think this was one of the not funniest, but kind of like realist. What I really liked about him was he was super real about it. He's like, I'm a blue collar actor. And I was like, I don't really get what that means. Like, can you kind of go? He was like, me as an actor, he's like, nobody's ever like, oh, you were that main guy in this one thing. I've just had so many B or like little roles
Yeah.
in so many movies and so many things that my face is recognizable, but I'm not remembered for that
One
big
thing.
thing.
Oh, I see, right. And that's-
saying.
That's totally true, because when I saw his face, like when I was looking through the panel pictures, I was like, oh, I know that guy. But I mean, I kind of remembered him specifically from Curb Your Enthusiasm because I've seen that episode so many times. But even when I saw him in Curb, I'm like, that guy is super. It's like I know his face, but I don't know who he is.
Well, and he was in Seinfeld. He's in the episode where Elaine pretends to be deaf in the limo, and he's the driver.
Okay.
Which is super funny because he told me he was the first one to read for that role. And Larry was in there and Jerry, and they were dying laughing. And then he walked out, like feeling pretty good. And he got the role, and they're like, why'd you pick me? And they were like, we based everybody off of you
Yeah, you
because
were
you
the
were so
first."
funny and nobody could beat you. And so I was
Oh,
like,
that's
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and that was actually his first Comic-Con.
Yeah, that
Right?
he had ever done.
Yeah.
Because
which
he was in
He was
Star
in Star
Trek.
Trek too, right? He was like did he play a Klingon?
Yeah,
character?
Klingon.
Yeah.
So he's like, I never got to meet any of the cast because there was always a screen behind me because they're always talking to
Oh,
him.
right.
So he's like, I never really got to meet any of the cast or anything, but I thought that was really cool. And guess who he's really good friends with?
Who? Larry David?
No,
No.
my wife to be.
Yep.
Who? Mindy Sterling?
Yep.
Yep.
Hashtag Sterling. Sterling.
No way. They're friends?
I name
They're
drop,
like-
and he's
they're
like,
good
"Oh
friends,
yeah,
yeah.
we're really good friends."
You should tell him to come to the con when she's in
Oh,
Reno.
I would love that.
You should message
I should
him.
message him because that'd be cool. I'd love to do a panel with both of them.
That would be fun.
So, and he's also in the new movie Ford versus Ferrari,
Yeah, which is
which has
coming
Matt
up.
Damon.
Yeah, and Christian Bale.
Right. So he's in that movie. So it's definitely like he's all over the place.
Oh yeah, and he did a lot of was it Visa commercials?
It was Capital One. He was
Yeah.
he was in the
Oh,
with the
yeah.
He
Vikings.
was the
What's in
Viking.
your wallet? Yeah, he's
yeah.
one of the Vikings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's probably where I kind of recognize him from because
Yeah.
that commercial would play all the time, so you constantly see his face.
But he was super nice, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. He was like, man, that was such a great panel. Like, I didn't know I'd ever do these, and now he's like really excited and wants to do more. So I really appreciate it, and I know he's liked the show on Facebook. So
What?
Yeah, and
I really
didn't he jump
appreciate
in on the Santorum?
Yeah,
as
he
we're
well?
jumped down the Sanctorum
we're
and
coming
a
up.
private message.
We're coming
Mwah.
up. Yeah, we're coming up. Okay, so you guys also did a Land of the Lost reunion panel.
Oh
which
my gosh.
There were some videos
Sister,
that
if
looked
you
crazy.
missed any panel, that was the one.
We're up in on that.
They
Really?
broke out into song at least 4 or 5 times.
Right.
And got the
Yeah.
crowd singing with them.
Oh my gosh! So who
was
was,
a lot of
in who was in that costume?
I have no idea. They never broke character.
Wow, that's really cool. That looked like crazy. Yeah, it looked
I
like
got to meet Chaka.
people were like getting up
Philip.
out of their seats and
Dude, they had the whole crowd singing not just the Land of the Lost song, but other songs. And everybody was breaking out into song. And it was just, I must have said like 5 things. And they were like, oh, this is your interview.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to ask? I'm like, no, just go ahead.
yeah.
And the best part is Weston,
Wesley, I think.
Wesley, sorry. His ego was bigger than mine. And I told him, I was like, hey, can you come here real fast? And he's like, well, I was like, can I have a hug? And he was like, yeah, why? And I was like, it just makes me feel good that your ego is bigger than mine. And now I don't feel as bad because everybody gives me a hard time. And he's like, it just gets bigger with age.
Well, I was just going to say, that's actually bad because it's given you a glimpse to
Of
the
what
fact,
I'm going to be like.
Yeah, to the fact that it could grow.
It was amazing.
Okay, so you also did a panel with Ingrid Delia. She was Princess Leia in Rogue One. How was that?
Oh, my gosh.
That was a lot of fun.
For one, she's like real pretty.
Well, and she's a Norwegian princess. She's from Norway.
Is she a real princess?
No.
Oh.
But she played Princess Leia.
Yeah, so she is from Norway, so she had like a cool accent.
Well, yeah, and she's wicked smart. She's got like her master's degree.
Oh,
Right,
cool.
really cool. Plays music, like does a lot of things.
So we were a little nervous. Shout out to our Johnny. Wrote an email in Norwegian for us to read to her. And so we started reading Johnny's email to her. And she turned bright red and was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And we were like, we don't know what we just said. And she was saying that you're like the prettiest and like...
In all of Norway.
Yeah, and the prettiest princess in all of Norway.
Aw.
And you're like, we're so proud of you and what you've done. And you'll always be welcome in my town.
That's
and
really cute.
her town isn't very far from where
really?
Yeah,
Johnny
like where her
lives.
parents live was like
Yeah.
not too far away.
Well, you guys you guys read the email in Norwegian?
Yeah, Parms did.
Parmalarm.
He did a great job.
Does he know how to just read
No,
it?
we were very butchering it, but we were nervous. She loved it.
Oh, cool.
Loved it.
So she
Yeah.
could kind of make out what could understand what
Oh,
you're
she
saying.
was laughing about it. Michelle got video of it, and she's just dying laughing the whole time, like just thinking it's really cool. Because what we asked her before, we're like, hey, we have these fans in Norway that are just huge fans of the show, and they wanted to ask you something, and we thought, that's where you're from. She's like, no, bring it on. It sounds great. And so she was just laughing and got like
that's
super
so cool.
into it. So
Johnny,
it made
that
it
was
a lot of
really
fun.
cool of you to send that in.
Yeah. So we really appreciate it, Johnny.
Yeah, and so we'll try to get some of you have a video of that?
Yeah, we'll post it
Yeah.
up.
We'll tag you, John.
Because I think, Michelle grabbed some video of it, so it was really good.
Okay, cool.
Um,
So then that was your guys' panel. So you must have been in that panel room forever.
all day I was sad I didn't get to wear the hot dog costume for Darren and V, as you like to say.
Well, I just started calling her V tonight.
But I did get a wristband, so.
Well, but
and
they
some
did
hot
have
dogs.
cute little Lucas in the hot dog costume.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool to see Lucas again
So Project Wishbone Star was selling hot dogs for charity
for $5 hairs.
for $5 hairs, and so did they make a good cut on that? Did they sell a
I
lot
have
of hot
no
dogs?
idea. I was in the panel room all day.
Yeah, it was looked like a good turnout.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that was so much fun, and thanks to Colossus Girl for having us out.
I know.
again.
Thank you so much for always we have
The only
every
person
time we go.
I didn't see that I was hoping to see was Chris Velasquez from Violet Films.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's
That's
where
his town.
Yeah,
and he'd had the film festival last
they
year.
didn't do that this year
Oh,
though.
okay.
Okay.
But I was hoping to see him.
Yeah, every single time we do one of these cons, we come out the other end just with something awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's so much fun. It's just I don't ever really get to see the con, but
Right, because you're kind of the workhorse.
yeah, I do them panels.
Yeah, you do.
Horde.
We basically send you in there and then
Right. Put
And
the
we're like,
saddle on
"Okay,
him, like
bye." yeah, with the
Just
little
send 'em
whip.
in.
My favorite is I had a
Just
little
oat bag.
I had a little funny moment just for the little inside for you Hardly Heroes sidekicks is Dilly was doing the panels with me, and then Parm wanted to do Ingvid. And so we started laughing. So we're doing it, and then I'm asking questions, and I kind of wanted Parm to like take over. So I passed Parm the mic, and he asked one question. You can tell he's like really nervous, and he goes like shove the mic back, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Like, and I just kind of pushed it away, and I wouldn't put my hand back out, and he was like, "No," like trying to hit me. He's like, "Take it," and I'm like, "No, I'm good." And you could just see like the fear in his eyes, and like his sweat started going down. And I wanted to be like, "Oh, where's this? Oh, buddy's ego's too big now. Like, can't hold up the show yourself. So that felt pretty good.
So
He
was
did
he
it to
able,
me too.
Buddy did?
Yeah.
So did Parm do okay after?
Oh, he was good. He was really good. Like from just being in the audience, like sitting in, it seemed very natural up there.
And that's kind of what I was trying to tell the guys is it's a lot more stressful being up there by yourself. So when you do have somebody up there with you, it's definitely not as bad. So I'm glad that, I was up there with them. And I like having somebody with me, too, because it makes it more fun.
It makes it more fun.
When Mindy Sterling comes up, y'all better bounce. 'Cause
Right.
No,
I'll be like, you know what? You just handle
that's my
this.
girl.
You know what? That is your girl, but I kind of want to do it with you because I want to get in with that. I want her to be like, oh, and that's your sister.
No,
Yeah.
that's my woman.
You trying to be like a bridesmaid or?
Well, yeah, because what if you guys get married? She's gonna be my sister-in-law.
Yeah, but I still got to lock it down.
So
Has to seal the deal.
Hopefully my wife's
So
not
for-
listening to this
I know, right?
episode.
for you new
Pissed.
listeners, one of the cons we did with Colossus Girl, Mindy Sterling, who's from Austin Powers and a
Yeah.
lot of other things. But
What do you mean? She was in The Grinch. She was in Legit.
no,
like,
she's like in so many things. But you totally remember her as
Bring in the clubs!
yeah, Frau from Austin Powers. Anyway,
35, 34,
Her-
33,
her name is Mindy
10,
Sterling,
9.
and Buddy.
What?
Sorry.
Do you guys? The show's not fun when someone's trying to say something and then you guys just constantly interrupt. That's not fun to listen to. Okay, people want to hear what I have
Nobody
to
cares what
say.
you have to say.
Okay, people are like, "What is Sheila trying to say?" And then it's like I get interrupted
And then
by the
let me ask something real
jackaloons.
quick.
Real quick,
Real
though.
quick.
These jackaloons. So anyway,
Real quick.
when Buddy interviewed her, somehow they were talking about getting married, and she said that his name would be Sterling, which she was just assuming that he was going to take her last name when they got married.
Hashtag
I mean,
Sterling.
you
Sterling.
pretty much have to.
It's
I
true.
mean,
if you are going to
do you
marry,
blame me?
okay,
She
so
is hot.
hot. Okay, so that was the con then, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
We were in the raft with the folks from the Land of the Lost.
You were?
Yes,
I
we'll
got
have
to put
post
on a
that up.
life vest.
Yeah.
Where? I haven't seen these pictures.
I know Dilly's been mad at me. I've been trying
I feel
to
like
get him
you're
from
like
the
stringing
wifey.
me along. You're like, oh, it's in this, and I'm like, no, it's not.
I've been trying to
Like,
get
where
Michelle
is
to
it?
send them because they're not on my phone. They're
I
on
knew.
her phone.
I knew you did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he just keeps telling you like, oh no,
Oh,
it's
he's like,
over
no,
here.
they should be in the email. I'm like, okay.
You're
And I'm
looking
like,
through
but
all
I
the
don't
stuff.
see
The
it.
worst part is
Like, I already looked there.
He messaged me and I didn't get back to him for like a day.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Hey, where are those pictures at?"
You thought I was just gonna forget.
And he didn't. So, we got some other fun stuff to talk about today.
So what do we got? What do we got?
What kind of news we got up in her?
So we do have our correspondent.
I don't know.
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's just some weird dude telling unbearably bad jokes. Insert sound clip of crowd going, "Aw," here. Up, up, and away? I guess I'll just walk to the newsroom then. Is it just me, or are my writers getting really lazy? Oh, that's right. I am the writer's room. I guess I'm getting lazy.
Ooh, you suck.
So it looks like Battlestar Galactica is getting a new show. At first, fans speculated that it was going to be a reboot, but showrunner Sam Esmail, who was also the creator of Dr. Robot, confirmed the show will take place in Ron Moore's continuity and will be a new storyline in that mythos.
As of this moment, we are at war.
So the Boondocks. A show too hilarious for me to even make a sound clip of, because the funniest things from it probably would offend most listeners. I'm looking at you, Uncle Ruckus. HBO Max has announced that it's getting 2, quote, reimagined seasons, end quote, on the platform along with the original 4 seasons of the show. Also returning is comic creator and original series creator Aaron McGruder to oversee the project, so we know it's going to have that same brand of satiric humor, but in an updated setting.
Have you heard of the Kumite?
Did you say Kumite?
Now, it's fine. Let's just let Disney rip our hearts out again because it was just leaked that Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark will be making an appearance in the Black Widow movie. So now we get to see two characters that were torn away from us in Endgame back again to remind us of how heroic they really are. The movie is said to take place between Civil War and Infinity War, so it makes sense in the timeline. It's just too much of a punch in the feels to see them back so soon.
And I
Oh, so good.
Iron Man.
And rounding out with Marvel
So
again,
good.
rumor has it that the God-man himself, Kevin Feige, is developing a Silver Surfer movie, which hopefully would bring justice to the Herald of Galactus and would hopefully introduce the Eater of Worlds himself.
Can be a god, then what shall we call Galactus?
This would also be a good way to bring in the Fantastic Four in a way we desperately needed on screen since Fox didn't know how to make a comic book movie correctly. Doom was a blogger.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Well, here's the end of the news cycle this week, young children of the Force. As always, contribute to the Sidekick Sanctorum on Facebook, and I will leave you this week with these wise words of wisdom. Make sure if you're the Human Torch, you invest in flame retardant garments. Otherwise, when you flame off, your next problem is not being a sex offender. Public nudity is against the law no matter how hot you are.
Why are you naked?
What?
You're naked. Why?
White Ranger out.
That correspondent.
Correspondent.
That was really good.
Thanks, Philippe. So, Battlestar Galactica.
Dude, I am
In
steamed up for some Battlestar Galactica. I loved the newer, well, what was that, like 04?
Right.
Oh.
Well, it's funny, yeah, because the newer one is kind of old now. You know, if
So
you watch
good.
it now, it's like the production. You know, it's.
It's just
It
so
shows.
good.
But no, I'm excited because, you know, honestly, I've never watched Battlestar Galactica, even though I believe that it would definitely be up my alley. It's just never made it into.
So much. It's such a good watch. It does have a lull, like, I believe it's in like the second season, but then it picks right back up.
Right. So that's exciting. And then Boondocks. Did any of you guys ever watch Boondocks?
Boondock.
I haven't
yeah.
seen all of them, but I've definitely caught a few episodes. It's
I
funny
really
as
wa-
hell.
I need to do some more deep dive in this HBO Max thing.
Okay, what's the HBO Max?
Probably a new streaming service.
Wait, but am I going to have to pay? Buddy, do you know what that is?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
we need
you
to
will
do
have
it
to
deeper.
pay.
I think they're going to be like their more stuff.
So we have Go,
But why do they?
Now,
But we already have an HBO. Yeah.
which are basically the same, right?
Go and Now is
They're
the
trying to
same
make that more money.
because I think Go is just if you have cable. Now is its own subscription,
Right,
and then
right.
Max is going to be like what? Even more stuff? Just put it on the thing.
Things that they're withholding.
Just put it on your thing.
Did you watch the Rhinestones or what is it?
Oh yeah. The Righteous Gemstones.
Gemstones. It's the new Danny McBride show on HBO.
It's on HBO.
Ooh, I don't have HBO.
But it also has Goodman in it.
Yeah, it does have Goodman.
And
And
what's
it
his
has
name?
the guy
Adam
from
Devine.
yeah, it's the guy from Vice Principals, his buddy
Yeah.
that
So
despises against him.
so what's really funny? It's like they're supposed to be a family that it basically runs like a church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're super rich. You know, because it's kind of playing on that whole thing, you know, preachers and everything. And it's like all the money that they make. And they're really not in it because of their faith or
Okay.
the
Yeah.
religion. It's for the money.
For
Oh,
the
yeah.
monies.
And so they're totally corrupt and it looks
That sounds great.
hilarious.
Oh,
So I
it's
think
so good.
Goodman is the father.
Yeah.
Then there's two brothers
Danny
and a
McBride's the
sister.
brother, yeah.
And it looks pretty funny.
It's a guy from Workaholics.
Yeah. Adam
Maybe you
Devine.
guys can shoot me one of those logins.
Yeah, you can. I can shoot you my login. I'm not going to say it
Ooh,
over.
Adam Devine's in it?
Yeah.
That's my dude.
Is
That's
that
your
your guy?
boy.
That's my dude.
That's your
He's
Sheboygan.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's really
I
funny.
love that guy. Did you see his stand-up?
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
good.
It's yeah.
Is that on
You
Netty?
gotta watch that. Yeah, it's on the nets.
Okay, I'll check it.
Then Black Widow.
So,
Same.
hey, super excited. Stark, are you ready? Do you want
it
it?
too
Stark's
soon?
back.
I don't know what the like hardcore fans think, but it's not too soon for me. Cheese is into it. I want to see Tony Stark again.
What is it, Sheila?
Is it gonna hit?
Is it gonna hit?
Do you think it's gonna hit? What's your
And
opinion,
how
buddy?
big of a role is it going to be?
Yeah, we're
Do we
talking
know?
like a
I
buddy
mean, is it
cop
just going to be
movie?
like a quick little something?
Little shout out?
I don't think so. Do you?
Is it going to be deep cut?
I think it's being deep cut. I don't think it's just not going to be like a small cameo or something. I think it's going to be a real, because I mean, he has a lot to do with when she joins.
I'm excited. I'm surprised they're doing it so fast, but it's always fun to see him, so I'm good. I'm in with it.
And then the Silver Surfer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That's steamy.
Yeah,
That's steamy beamy right there. Like, I am so excited to see a Silver Surfer movie.
yeah.
Like, gimme,
So they
gimme,
have the
gimme,
rights back
gimme,
to
gimme.
all the characters now?
Yeah,
Is that what's happening?
gimme. Take all my monies. All
Right.
my monies.
Give it.
Gimme, 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 gumdrop.
Okay, so
Do you know the Muffin Man?
So some other news, we got Ford versus Ferrari, which we were talking about earlier, that our friend Christopher
Darga.
Darga is in. So that has Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and so it's a true story
Yeah.
about when Ford was racing.
Yeah, they built the Ford GT to beat the Ferrari
Okay.
in the Le Mans race.
Does that have something to do with the Shelby? Or is that a totally different
Well, no,
movie?
Carol
That's a-
Shelby is Matt Damon's character.
Okay.
So pretty much what Carol Shelby is like another company that helped them make the Mustang.
The Shelby, though.
Yeah.
Like the, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But Carol Shelby's a person.
And that's who Damon plays.
Yes.
So and just real quick, they named that Mustang after him?
No,
There is a Shelby edition of a Mustang.
It's pretty much like a special edition.
Okay.
So like the Mustang, like Shelby is like, it's got like a cooler body kit and like different accents. It's super faster. It's got all these nice things. It's like, you know, like there's the GT, there's the Cobra, and then there's the Shelby.
It's like there's HBO Go and there's HBO Now, and then now
There's
you
the
have
Max.
the
HBO.
Max, which is what the Shelby is.
Oh, okay.
Just like you have Hardly Heroes Dilly,
Yeah.
Hardly Heroes Cheese,
Oh no.
and the radio icon sensation
Up on the
himself.
pedestal.
He can never get it right. So that is in theaters November 15th. Are you guys going to see that?
Yeah.
Now that we know
Yeah.
our boy Christopher Darga's in it, I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
going to
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Sheboygan.
I'm definitely going to see that. So, Suicide Squads, James Gunn reveals the full all-star cast of the Suicide Squads. So what do we got? We got a list includes John Cena. I don't know, man. I kind of like him. Jai Courtney, Nathan Fillion,
Michael Rooker.
Sean
I like the
Gunn,
Rooks.
Pete Davidson from SNL. Tika Waititi, Steve Aggie, Viola Davis. Oh, the one guy, Elba. I can never say his first name.
Idris.
Idris Elba.
Margot Robbie, of course. Michael
yes.
Rooker. So, what do you guys think?
I'm in. When you got James Gunn, you can't really stray.
So, it
I hope
also
it's better than the
says
firsty.
it also says the list of the,
Are you thirsty?
I am.
it also says the list of names came with the caption "Don't get too attached." So there's no plot details yet. But what are you guys going to see it?
Of course.
Well, what do you think, buddy? Is it going to hit?
I believe with James Gunn attached to it, it is. Just because James Gunn has had a lot of success, and I think he can do good with this. I think
Yeah.
it can be fun, but, you know.
Who did the first one?
Oh, man, I can't even remember.
So is
Not James Gunn.
Tiki Watiki
Tiki Watiki.
Tiki Watiki.
is Tiki Watiki is
Tiki
that
Watiki. You
is
gotta
he-
say it fast.
Tiki Watiki?
Watiti?
Is he a
Just-
is
Taco
he,
Titty?
is he a director first or an actor first?
he was
think
a
he's a
director
director.
first.
Yeah.
So he
But
put
he acts in a lot of his own stuff, which
Okay,
is awesome.
which is cool, but now he's starting to act in other people's movies.
Yeah, what's wrong
Well,
with
doesn't
that?
he
No, I
he
think that's
play
cool.
Hitler in that one movie?
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we're-
The
Jojo
new-
Rabbit.
yeah.
No, I think it's just funny. It's like he's maybe like that's what he's always wanted to do.
I
you
mean,
know?
it's gonna hit.
All right. If you say so. I never saw Suicide Squads.
What's this Disney Plus Star Wars rumor?
So looks
Solo
like
spin-off.
a solo spin-off series.
No.
Are they going to have that one guy?
No.
It's probably not a sequel or continuum of Han's story, but more of a spin-off set after the events of the movie.
Han?
Okay. Well, that sounds good. So it's not about Han, Chewie, or Lando. Some kind of underworld series dealing with the Crimson Dawn and other scoundrels sounds the most likely. So that actually sounds better. I actually wouldn't mind seeing something like that because the whole solo Hans thing, it's...
I know, but is it... What I worry is you have Mandalorians coming out. Is this going to be as good as Mandalorians? Because the Mandalorian show looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm steam. Like, it's almost like, you know, when you make water in your little teapot, I'm shooting out steam right now because I'm so steamy.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to know what, you know, if it's going to be as good. I doubt it, but, you know, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be good. And also, spoiler alert, Darth Maul was revealed as the true leader of Crimson Dawn at the end of Solo. So, could that be possibly in this new show? I mean,
maybe.
If Darth Maul was in there, I'd watch it.
Darth Maul.
I love Darth Maul as a bad guy.
Why don't you watch Rebels then?
Because it's a cartoon.
What's wrong with cartoons?
I just don't really watch cartoons.
I have a hard time believing that.
Did you watch Rick and Morty?
I mean, I've seen a few episodes.
I love Rick
How
and
about
Morty.
Family Guy?
That comes out.
No, I've never seen Family
That
Guy.
South Park?
Oh,
I've seen a few.
love South
You
Park.
really don't watch too many cartoons.
And I'll tell you why. It's like when I watch Rick and Morty, when I've watched South Park and all that stuff, Bo Jackman Horseface or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is I watch it and I'm like, I'm really into it and I think it is really funny, but there's never been a cartoon that's been like Futurama.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
I love Futurama.
But there's never been a cartoon that's ever kept me. I've never watched a whole season. I just can't do it. I don't know what because I can watch
Rick and Morty comes back soon. I've never
like
been
if they
so
make
excited.
a Rick and Morty movie, like that's about as much as animation as I can take. A 2-hour.
But you love Toy Story.
I know.
That's animation.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This
it's
is
like
true.
a movie I
Technically
can
not
watch,
a cartoon, though.
but a series. No, that's true. Pixar really doesn't feel like a cartoon.
No.
They put all those like lifelike shadows and shines on everything.
Game of Thrones prequel Caesar. I can't talk.
Okay.
Focusing on the rise and fall of the House Targaryens is
Ooh.
moving forward at HBO.
So how do we feel about that? Yeah,
Is
I
it
feel like
going?
I'm kind of Game of Thrones out.
I know. I agree.
That
I
last.
Yeah, the boat, it sailed off.
It
and
really did.
I don't know if I want it to
I know.
come
And
back. this
especially
way.
because I feel like I was so disappointed with the end of Game of Thrones that I'm like,
Well, and I just feel there's so much other new stuff that I'm steamy for, like, with Watchmen coming out, and now this new Battlestar Galactica show coming out. I
don't
got
know.
plenty to fulfill my plate.
we'll have-
The Boys season 2 coming out.
Exactly. The thing is if you read about it, it sounds really cool. It's like based on the history of the Targaryens, and the story would lead up to and eventually chronicle the house's civil war, which is known as the legendary Dance of the Dragons. I mean, that does sound cool.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
But it's just like, how long is it going to be? How drug out is it going to be? It's...
Well, you put 9 years into that show.
Yeah, and I can't put in the same time commitment I did for the original Game of Thrones. If this was like a season or two, maybe. But I can't. I'm not in for the long haul again.
You're
Can't
not
do
in
another
for
9?
Yeah, another almost decade.
It's the back 9.
I can't
Yeah,
do it
it's
back
the
now.
back 9.
So moving
All right.
on, this is exciting. Seinfeld is coming to Netflix.
That dude, I think that's why they let The Office go, was to
No.
get Netflix.
No, they didn't. That's not to get Netflix.
To get Netflix?
Yeah, whoops. My bad. Letting The Office go because it got
No.
too high in money, and they're like, all right, well, we got to grab something that's rewatchable, and that's Seinfeld.
So Netflix lost The Office and Friends. So they secured the streaming rights to the classic NBC sitcom Seinfeld, which is actually
That's a big move.
it's
for them.
surprising, but Netflix and Jerry Seinfeld actually have a strong relationship because he does Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and that's exclusively on Netflix.
Yep.
And he also had a deal for a stand-up that was exclusively on Netflix. So I guess that makes sense why, why they would get Seinfeld. But the thing of it is that what's funny is Seinfeld is on Hulu.
Yeah.
But I never watch it on Hulu. It's like...
I watch it every night when I go to bed.
No, it's just funny. I so rarely go to Hulu. Like, I'm always on Netflix streaming, The Office and Friends and everything. And I would watch Seinfeld, but it's just like, it's on another app. It's like somewhere else on my iPad. I just never go to it. It's kind of funny because I think if it's on Netflix, I might watch it more. Although...
Which will give The Office a rest.
I don't know if I'll ever do that. I'm going to have to get the DVDs. This is actually another fun thing that I've been excited about all week is, so Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsley, who play Pam Halpert and Angela on The Office.
Yes.
Are reuniting for an Office-themed podcast.
Which is going to be...
You guys, I cannot tell you... I can't even express. It's like I might cry. I'm so excited because it's just like I need more Office, and it's
I told you that's what I'm trying to say. This is the biggest thing since Seinfeld because people are still obsessed, and it's been off the air for quite a while.
Okay, so this podcast, you guys, what they're going to do is they're going to be listening, or they're going to watch an episode of The Office, and then talk about maybe funny things that happened during that episode, behind the scenes stories, just kind of like basically, like have fun reminiscing about The Office. And I think what's so funny about, I don't know, and I feel it so specifically with The Office, and it's probably because I follow so many of them on Instagram, but they're all still so into The Office. They're constantly posting stuff about The Office, little memes about The Office. They always talk about their characters. They're so connected to those characters, And
well, they did it for so long. You think about how long they played on that show for.
Right.
And it's still one of the most watched things on the internet.
Right. And I think it's just, these streaming services, Logan was kind of talking about it. It's how our connection and our relationship with TV shows are different now because of streaming. It used to be like you watched the show when it was on and then it's just gone. It's just over.
But also there's something to be said about where when you would watch regular TV and they would show reruns, it's just sporadic episodes. This you're going back and rewatching it from the beginning.
Right.
So you're following the story over and over and over again. So that kind of makes you just realize how good and how fun they weaved all the story together.
Right.
Instead of just catching an episode here and there.
So there's a little quote from Jenna Fisher, Pam Halpert. As we close in on the 15th anniversary of the show, which is crazy, 15th anniversary, it seemed like a great time to share our stories and behind-the-scenes trivia with fans. Besides talking about The Office, you can also hear us chat a little bit about our lives, our Target runs together, our relationship through the years. And I bet anything, guaranteed, there's going to be other Office members as guests on this podcast.
Who's the one you want to see the most?
I mean, Jim, probably.
Oh, no. Stanley.
Really?
Just because I want to see what his character is like, who he really is.
Yeah, like him talking not
outside of the show. Because like, how funny would it be if he's like super energetic and really funny? Because in the show, he's just like, I love his character.
Actually, Oscar would be a good one too.
Oh yeah.
I would love to have Oscar on there.
No, Dwight.
No, I would love all of them. Dwight, Kevin.
See,
Toby? What about Toby?
Oh, I'd love to have Toby on. But see, those are some of my favorite is like the weird side characters. Like, I always like them a lot. You know what I mean?
So a friend and I have been playing this game recently where we take a screenshot of The Office, like any kind of screenshot during an episode. We send it to the other person and you have to guess which episode it is. And it can be kind of hard.
Why am I not in on this?
Well,
can we start a group text and do that? Because that sounds
like a fun game, yeah.
Yeah, that actually would be fun. We could do it in a group text. But it's kind of hard because, it's this one setting. So, it could be like Jim sitting at his desk and you're like, that could be a million different episodes.
But
and we kind of started off easy where it's kind of like, okay, there's some more like recognizable stuff.
Who do you do this with?
With one of our listeners, Lenny Oaks.
Well, Lenny, what's up? Let me in on this game. This sounds awesome.
It's so much fun, and honestly, it's like because really, it's like there was one where he kind of stumped me, and it took me like 2 days to answer because I was like, I had to think on it because it was just
to search the internet.
It was
to
just
find
a picture of Ryan in the interview room doing this with his hands on his head, and that could have been so many different things. So anyway, it's really fun.
That sounds like me and T-Bone at work, we just randomly say stuff and we'll be like, oh, what episode is that from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Astrid.
Oh, yeah. Astrid.
Yeah. She's like, oh,
She's like, we got these M&Ms. Whoa, Chevy was the boy name.
Chevy and Astrid.
And then Astrid.
Astrid.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
so good.
so good.
That's a good episode.
So,
But that that episode's also funny because he told everybody that he was the father of the child.
yeah.
Remember?
And remember, he's holding it up like Simba.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of our news.
Yeah. Do you want to get into some sidekick mayo?
Mayo.
Sidekick Mayo.
Okay, so I'll read this email from I will read the first email. Sorry.
I will read.
I will read the first email. So this is from effing Mammy.
Mammers.
Hey, Mammy.
I can't tell you how happy it makes me that one of our best listeners, one of our P1 listeners, is our beautiful mother. I mean, how sweet is that?
The funniest part is Mammy has become almost, I feel like, a staple on the show.
She's been a staple, and also I'll tell you, sometimes she just texts me, like, on Friday mornings because she's listening to the show, like something about the show.
What I want to know.
She's like, well, that was that person's name, so you got that wrong. I'm like, ma'am.
Some corrections.
Yeah.
What I want to know is there a clamoring with the sidekicks to have Mammy on a show?
Do you think she would do it?
Like a Mammy show. And I'm just going to say it right now. If we get Mammy on the show, she's definitely singing some hymnals.
Can we get some live hymnal action?
Yeah.
I think she'll definitely sing. But I also think that would actually be fun. We could get her on for like a
Put your shoulder to the wheel, push along.
Popcorn popping
Popping
on the apricot tree.
Anyways,
Spring has brought me such a nice surprise.
no, just kidding.
I thought somebody was going to take it away.
I just wanted to crush your spirit. Okay, so I got an email here. Hail to the royal podcast personalities.
That's
Mad King, Tater Tot, and Mr. Skillard.
Hi there.
cheese. You got it wrong.
Mr. Skillard,
Hi.
you need to push for more airtime.
Right?
It seems Mad King and Tater Tot dominate the show with sibling rivalry.
They do all the time.
I also...
It's hard to get them to stop. They just, it's just a constant back and forth.
I know. Honestly, when you grow up, because there was 5 of us growing up, it's like you are constantly just trying to,
Get in some words.
Exactly.
Right.
So you just like yell over each other. I also want to give a high five to Philippe's news segment. They are awesome. This man of many talents and voices is amazing. I am always impressed by his presentations.
Wow. Look at the correspondent.
Yes.
You've made Mammy proud. As to Batman, the only true character actor for me is that gorgeous hunk of a man, Christian Bale. Oh, man. At the IMAX theater, watching him sail through the darkened skies, highlighted by tall, lit, high-rise buildings, was spectacular, and his acting was superb.
Look at her painting the picture.
She's so cute.
Get it, Mammy.
Hey, Jay Jackal, you need some counseling as you present as angry all the time.
Right?
Au revoir from your
Why is he so
oldest
mad?
and dearest fan, Mammy.
Mammers.
I'm very excited that Mammy has embraced the Mammy name.
I know. I like because she is like now just signing off Mammy.
Yeah. She's in my phone as Mammy.
Yeah, she's in my phone as Mammy too. It used to be Mommy, And now it's Mammy.
It's
to
all
do
the
an
way
edit.
Mammy.
How many hymnals have there been? Is there like growing up Nickerson? Is there like 20?
Like ones that we
20.
would sing all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole book of hymns at the church.
Like a good CD full?
No, I'm
No,
talking
I
about.
mean, like
I'm
a-
talking
like
about
The whole
book.
catalog?
It's like a book full
I'm
of.
talking about like a Zune full of hymnals.
Oh, Zune. That was your
That's
jam.
a weird,
Oh, that
weird
was my
reference.
jam.
I was actually going to tease you about that the
For
other day.
anybody that doesn't know what a
He's
He's
Zune
like, bro, you got to
is,
get a Zune. It's like,
I was-
no.
Horde on a Zune.
Not doing that.
Horde.
So wasn't the Zune like a little bit before the iPod?
Yeah.
And then the iPod came out and did
It was like
10
the whole,
times better.
everybody had like an MP3 player. And
Oh,
then,
right.
then there
No.
was the iPod.
The
right?
iPod came out first, and then the Zune came
The
out.
Zune came
was
out
after?
after?
Yeah, and it tried and didn't work. But
Yeah.
I did have a Zune.
You had a Zune. You were.
I had a
He
bunch.
tried to get me to cross over. I remember that. It was like negative.
You didn't realize what you're missing.
Even
out
your
on.
brother, I think, was. Did he have one, or maybe?
Well, because everybody would take my old Zunes, I
Mm-hmm.
would buy a new one as they would come out. And then I would just pass along my old ones to
Who-
try to get people to jump on.
Right.
Who made the Zune? Was it?
Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
It was their shot at an MP3 player. But I like Mammy taking shots at Jacques.
Yeah, thanks.
too.
Thanks for writing in, Mammy.
I don't like her telling Dilly he needs more airtime, but I mean,
right.
takes
but
away
at
from
least
me.
she recognizes the.
Well, she's known
the
Dilly
quarrels that I have
a long
to deal
time.
with.
He's kind of
Quarrels.
like a fourth son to her.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
So Dilly, you have a email over there from
I do.
the
It's
one and
from
only
Bird. What up, Bird?
Bird.
It's a
Bird,
long
bird,
one too. It's a good
Bird
one.
is a word. Bird, bird,
Have
bird.
you heard?
Bird is a word.
So I'm back from Batu.
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 Batu?
Batu.
Okay, subject there. Hey all, reporting from the Black Spire outpost at Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Just kidding. I'm actually sweating it up in Arizona right now at my grandparents'. I was just at Galaxy's Edge a bit on Monday and more on Tuesday, since I'm sure everyone wants to know I didn't end up getting a droid.
What?
I'm just as disappointed as you are, but since this trip was more than just doing Disney, I'm going to make one on another trip. I've already dibbed partnering up with Buddy so he can help me make my droid, and I can go in with him making his lightsaber.
That's true. We did make a pact.
You guys made a pact?
Made a little bit of a
Make a
pact.
lightsaber. All right. I was only really there for a couple hours in the morning and evening, not all day, so I don't have a thorough review. Just going to give the top 3 things I liked and then a critique.
Okay. I
Ooh.
like the critique.
I like it, Bird.
Number 1. Details. All the Imagineering that went into this place is amazing. You could wander around for a while, finding all the different elements added that give it a lived-in feel. Loved the cantina.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to go so bad.
I had such a fun time. The place looked so cool, and the bartenders were great.
Number 2.
Smuggler's Run. This is a ride so different than anything else. Definitely more fun with a group, especially if you have friends that can fill up 6 seats. I went twice and was a gunner the first time and a pilot the second time.
Fun.
Heck yeah. So much more pressure being a pilot.
Oh, okay.
Number 3.
Food and drinks were all really inventive and interesting. I didn't try everything, but what I did was all good, especially the cocktails.
What's up?
You already know.
Birds getting tossed.
Getting turned up. There's more.
But wait,
Okay.
there's more.
Okay, so my criticism is that there is not a lot of actually to do there with only one ride open so far. From what I encountered as well, characters don't really stop in the park. They interact a bit, and if you're lucky, you can snag a photo with them, but there is nothing set up for you to do photos, basically.
That's weak.
Okay.
I think this is because there is an entire photo op area on the other side of the park in Tomorrowland, as well as Star Tours.
Oh, okay.
All right, given that there is a lot underutilized space in Galaxy's Edge, I feel like they could have relocated Autotopia and made a smaller version of mainly shops and places to eat. Or just with the Millennium Falcon ride, incorporate it with what they already have in Tomorrowland. That being said, no going back now, and I highly recommend everyone checking out the Black Spire Outpost. It is a really cool land where you can immerse yourself in a world of Star Wars, fuel up with a Ronto wrap, and get back aboard the Millennium Falcon to bring back some coaxium and earn a few credits. Till the Spire, bird.
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 Bird is a word. Thanks
Well,
for
thanks
writing
for
in, Bird. That sounds like fun. I definitely
I want to go so
feel like
bad.
I've heard that from a lot of people that there's just not a lot to do. It's like
Right,
cool
just the one
to
ride.
see it and be in it, but there's really not that
I wanna
much to
build
do.
the lightsaber so bad.
It's kind of like they're just trying to get you in there to freaking spend $200 on a lightsaber.
Have you seen?
think?
Oh, you missed it when we were at
Yeah.
the con. A guy had one.
Oh.
The
is
coolest
pretty
thing I've
sick.
ever seen, and it was so heavy. I couldn't believe how heavy it was. Like it, and the detail that went into it was phenomenal. Am I boring you?
Sorry, I just,
Yanni McYarnerson over
you know,
there.
no one would have known I yawned.
Well, I did.
He had to throw me
And it's because
Here we go.
I'm all
Had to put
hopped
me
up on Red Bull.
Front Street.
I chucked you under. But it was super cool, and it makes me want to build one right meow.
Right, meow?
Yeah, meows.
Meow, meow?
Meow meow?
Okay,
Geekers?
we have another email
Da-
from
da.
Casey.
Casey.
Casey?
Is that our guy at
Casey
the
Kasem.
at the CVS?
Yep. So the title is Stacky Uppies.
Ooh.
Stacky
So,
Uppies.
Stacky
For
Uppies.
anyone that doesn't
Those aren't
know,
pancakes.
Stacky Uppies are a just a family meal that we have at the Nickerson household. It's basically
A seven-layer,
seven-layer dip.
with Fritos.
it's like you build the
so
si-
Fritos, refried beans, meat, cheese, sour
Tomatoes.
cream, tomatoes, diced olives, and green onions.
Yeah, so it's really like all the makings of seven.
And I like to put some Cholula on mine.
right, but you have to stack it up, and you
Uh,
do it however you
hence-
want.
Hence Stacky
Stacky
Uppies.
Okay, so Casey wrote, so I grew up with this dish as well, but we
Mm.
just called it taco salad.
Right?
That's not as fun, sir.
Which is funny, Casey, because I actually have another Mormon friend. And when I was asking her if they ate Stacky Uppies, she's like, oh, yeah, we ate that too. But we called it like Volcano Surprise or something.
I just
so-
love the word Stacky Uppie.
I know. Okay, back
I
to the
like
email.
that, though.
But
That's
we
funny.
definitely used Fritos as well. So I think that's actually the Mormon ingredient is
It's
the
Frito.
Fritos.
Well, and now that there's scoops, it's a game changer.
Okay, I was actually talking with Logan about this. Is that because he was asking like if you use different chips, is it still considered Stacky Uppies?
No.
And I said it has to be Fritos, but you can use scoops. And the thing is that Stacky Uppies got a whole new facelift when scoops came out because
So good.
Fritos. Honestly, now that they're scoops, if you look at a regular Frito, they're so tiny. You can't really scoop anything up with it.
No.
So really,
Can't.
before you would kind of use a fork
Yeah.
with the original Stacky Uppies, but he wanted to call them Stacky Uppies, 0.2 or version.
Stacky Uppies, Volume 2,
Right.
Electric Boogaloo.
Exactly. Okay, so back to the email. You start with Fritos, exactly, refried beans, ground beef made with taco seasoning.
Oh,
definitely.
Most def.
Then all of your favorite taco toppings, and end with a giant dollop of Daisy sour cream, and then a
dollop.
few dashes of Tapatio.
Oh, yum.
daisy.
You got to put a lot of cheese on there,
Then you
too.
have heartburn
Okay.
for the rest of the day. It's fantastic. Your friendly neighborhood Rite Aid manager, Casey.
Casey.
Casey Kasem.
I do
Casey-
like that Casey's been writing in a lot
Yeah.
more.
I know.
Casey,
I
we
do
love
too.
that you write in. And it's also super fun. I always, for some reason, love reminiscing with other, Mormon people that grew up Mormon, because there's just a lot of fun, things that you did that
So
Oh, yeah.
he's the manager at CVS.
he is
Yeah.
the manager.
So
over there.
possibly we could arrange with Casey maybe like a podcast from CVS.
Wait, real quick,
Maybe
it's-
like the back room.
it's Rite Aid.
Rite Aid.
Rite Aid.
Sorry.
Okay, that CVS is their competitor.
Can we-
My bad, Casey. I'm
How
Can
dare
we
you.
sorry.
set up a little table outside of Rite Aid and do a little live show?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we say like the Hardly Heroes brought to you by Rite Aid?
Brought to
Actually
you by
shop
Casey,
more.
the manager.
I have a Rite Aid card, so I shop there more.
I have
Casey.
a Rite Aid card too.
Don't they have a wellness center? Can we do it from the wellness center?
Yeah, they have a. Honest,
Yeah, after hours.
The Hardly Heroes Wellness Center.
exactly.
I don't know why. It's just got a good ring to it.
I know, you know,
Like
because
it.
if he is the manager, he has like keys, so maybe we can go there when they close.
Can I just do like
After hours.
how much fun would it be to
podcast.
do like a show just in one aisle and people are coming down? They're like, "Hello," we're like,
We're just like, oh.
Or we just do.
"What are you here for?"
Yeah, like commentary on what they're picking out. Be like, oh, I wouldn't get those.
You're
chips.
here for Royd cream. Roy's in town, huh? Ugh.
You got the Hemis.
Yeah. You got some fungi in your feet. You got some athlete's foot there.
The Hemis.
You know what?
And then we could have Mammy in the background singing hymnals.
yeah, I think.
Just take
I
over
like
this writing.
Casey,
I have
what
this
do you
picture
think?
in my mind,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
I actually really do like the idea of just setting up in the just a random aisle.
Yeah, like
Right.
see if he's just like, hey, what am I supposed to do? These people just randomly set up there.
Call
or
the
you know what
police,
we
probably.
should do that'd be even funnier? We're not even gonna tell Casey. We'll just show up on Instagram Live and just like bring some little portable chairs and then just start talking.
You know what? We could just bring the headphones
Oh yeah, and like put
and
them
the
on.
chairs, and then just sit down and pretend we're on the podcast.
And the best part is like people come up, they're just like act like they're not even there. We're like, yeah, we're doing a show, you know, podcast. How's it going, guys? And they're like, excuse me, and you're just like,
no,
keep
wait,
going.
I just got it. We bring an extra chair, a fourth chair, and we
Interview people that come in.
we get random customers
Yes.
as our guests.
It's like we see that you just got a Snickers off the shelf.
Tell
Come
us
sit
about
down
that.
with us.
We're like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe who walked in. A celebrity here. What's your name, miss? Oh, Jennifer. Come in here, Jennifer. Sit down. Tell us your life story. We have some Hardly Heroes questions to ask you.
That's what we're gonna do. We're
Yes.
gonna get random customers to sit down with us, and we're just gonna ask them the Hardly Heroes questions.
And we should just do it live on
And
Instagram
we're-
at the Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Oh, this
gotta
sounds.
See,
be
when
at
you
the-
guys let Dilly talk, sometimes some good stuff, some good ideas start
Well,
coming
maybe
out.
you should step up.
So maybe
know-
you guys stop arguing all the time.
It is funny. Like Dilly said one thing, and then we're like,
Uh,
"Ah!"
We just run with it. So,
Dilly, that was a great idea. Casey,
we're doing
let
this.
us
No.
let us know if we can
no,
do that.
No, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Casey.
there's
That's
no-
over.
Yeah, we're just gonna show up.
We don't want to get you in trouble.
We're not asking for permission.
We're asked for forgiveness.
Yeah, I know you have, access to the tape, so just delete.
Right. Be like, that didn't happen.
Or be like, I don't even know these people. They just randomly showed up in my
Yeah, that's true.
area.
Except for that we said his name like 8 times on here.
They'll be like quite a few episodes back. They're not gonna go digging.
'Cause
Unless
that-
we name this episode Casey, manager of Rite Aid.
We might have to.
Oh, Casey, thank you so much for writing in. It's always a good time.
Yeah, is that all the emails we got?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's all we got.
Oh,
So
snap.
do we have a few like kind of teasers? I do want to say, even though we talked about this earlier, I just want to reiterate for all the sidekicks out there to please go and sign up for the Super Run Sacramento.
Yes.
So when you sign up and you register, it'll ask you to be part of a team. You pick Hardly Heroes. The password is sidekicks, and then you'll automatically be on our team. We're also working with them to try to get
Project Wish.
Project Wish Upon a Star as one of their charities so that we can raise money. We can still raise money for them, but we're trying to do it officially through the through Super Run.
Yeah.
So please, you guys sign up. It's me and Philippe out there. November 9th. It's just
Good
going to
job,
be me
Dilly.
and Philippe out there running
It's
or
$30,
walking.
correct?
Yeah, it's like 24 or something like that. And, of course it goes to a good
Where's
cause.
Parm? Parm
you
hadn't
know,
signed up?
Parm's the one who made me do this.
And no Parm.
And really what I want is Darren and V to come out and actually do the run with us.
Oh, shout out. We even had beers after Colossus Girl Con, which was a lot of fun.
Wait, with my girl V?
No, with Parm.
Yeah, we went to Dust Bowl
Oh.
Brewing Company,
Oh, cool.
which was a lot of fun.
That was out in Merced?
It was kind of nice. We just really talked trash about cheese the whole time. It
Right.
felt real good.
Just a lot of venting about cheese the whole time.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Even Alex jumped in on that.
Yeah.
Who? Alex did not.
Yeah, she was like,
She-
cheese is
of course.
really just...
Alex
No,
would never.
she
She's
hasn't.
one of the sweetest
Yeah,
people
exactly.
I've ever met in my life.
Right. Nothing but sweet.
She has nothing. Not a bad word to say.
No.
Shan't be talked to that way.
So anyway, so that's
And yeah, remember also, you guys come out to Wizard World Con with us Saturday, but we'll be out there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
right. But please remember to come out and check out our live podcast. This is the first time we're doing this, so you're gonna want to see it because it's either gonna be super awesome or it's gonna be fun to watch us.
And drag your friends
burn.
out. You know what I mean?
Your mom, bring your mammy.
Yeah, I think you get to see the correspondent.
Bring your poppy. Bring
official.
your
Correspondent.
kids. They're free under 10. Philippe's gonna be out. Goat's gonna be there.
Goat's gonna be
Dad's
out.
Yep.
gonna be there.
I even think Baby Goat's coming.
Baby Goat's gonna be there.
Baby Goat's getting in for free.
Is Mama Goat gonna be there?
I don't know if Mama Goat's coming. Let's hope.
So Bird's not gonna be there because she's in Arizona.
We
I
may
guess.
see Miss Gallardo. I'm not sure yet.
So Miss Gallardo might
Possibly.
be out.
Michelli will be there.
Parm.
Perm.
Is Parm bringing the kids?
Is he bringing the whole clan?
I don't know, man.
I would love to see those cute kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too. The twins.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Everybody get ready. It's the
a
Parm
chemo.
alarm.
So please, you guys, please come out to WizardCon. It's gonna be so much fun.
And you'll get to see Shmi and Jerry do a duet together in karaoke.
Yeah, that's happening.
We are going to we're gonna sing karaoke.
And you might see all the Hardly Heroes do one.
Yeah, we're actually I'm trying to plan it. The guys have not agreed to it yet, but I'm trying to get them to do a
Trying to
Hardly
think of a
Heroes
good song.
karaoke song.
I already have one in mind, but we want to save that for you if you come out.
Yeah.
If you guys have any ideas, hit us up.
Hit us up on the socials.
On the socials, let us
But,
know what you want to see us sing.
Yeah, where
Bob?
can they...
Sorry.
Yeah, where can they find us?
They can find us at Facebook at Hardly Heroes. They can find us at Instagram at Hardly Heroes. They can find us on YouTube at Hardly Heroes. They can find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
Number one.
They can also find us at hardlyheroes.com. You can also email us at hardlyheroes@gmail.com. You can find us
Or just email us straight from the website.
straight from the website. Please write in. We love Sidekick Mail. We love to hear from you guys.
And leave us an iTunes review. We always love that.
We
do.
just might read it on the show.
We just might do it.
Yeah. Signor Yimi. We need to hear from you again.
The meatball.
The meatball. I just like saying Yimi.
I do like saying yummy.
But just remember one thing.
Disclaimer. They don't know shit.
You guys have a good night.
All right, guys.
Bye. I love you.